speculating over nothing, or do you think that either tonight or I would say the night after the SmackDown pay-per-view, they bring Undertaker in and they start that feud with, well, I mean, who else is there other than Cena at this point that they're going to run with?
I wouldn't bank on it. I mean, from the way Cena's been, like, his in-ring performances lately, you know, where is he now? Like, where is he in the rank? Because he, in that elimination chamber, he put in an effort, but he wasn't even in the final kind of 4 or 5, was he? He was out of there. So it just kind of makes you feel like, how much momentum does he have coming into Mania anyway? It's like pretty much existent. And also when it comes to Undertaker, like, if you want to pull off a surprise and you think he has one more match left in him, why does it necessarily have to be this year? It could be the year after or the year after that, and that really would be a big surprise for the fans if, like, Undertaker came back for one more match, say 2 years down the line.
Yeah, I don't know where they go with this and how they do it. It's so awkward because John Cena is on his way out, Matt. I think that's obvious, isn't it? I mean, he's been on his way out for the last few years, and the reason it's taken years for a get out is because of, it just goes to show you how big of a deal he was, Matt. Like, you know, but he's given back. He's done the US title thing. He's, you know, I get sick and tired of people saying, yeah, he never puts people over. He's definitely put people over. And if anything, he deserves to, you know, wind his career down and you know, have the perks and whatnot, because he's run hard with it. You know, he's always gave 100%, whether you like him or not, in what he was doing back in the day. Very professional, complete company guy. Merch selling crazy always. You know, he is what he is, but I got a feeling, you know, obviously he's looking at the future and thinking, you know, I've got to look elsewhere, and films and all the rest of it are on the horizon, and you know, he's got every right to want to do that. But at the same time, it makes me wonder, well, why do the match with the Undertaker? Because it seems like the wrong person for him. I know that it would be a great match to go back on. You'd say, oh, I wish we would have got John Cena and Undertaker. And if it never happens, people will always say that, like other matches that we've had the chance of almost seeing, a bit like Austin and Hogan, and you know, Flair and Hogan back in the day and stuff like that. There were always matches that you wanted to see, especially at WrestleMania. But this is one of those times, Matt, where just, you know, 3 or 4 years too late for me. You know, it just isn't going to have the feel. I don't know at this point, Matt, with what we've got AJ Nakamura, let's say. We've got the mixed tag match. That's going to go down as a big main event. Let's say one of the female matches gets, you know, put in that spot as well, because it should do, the way they're running the female program at the minute. With Roman and Brock, is it going to add anything more, do you really think, having the Undertaker and Cena?
No, the only thing that if they were going to run down that path, and you know, they're going to bring back the Undertaker when it isn't necessary, going to put John Cena in a fight where he doesn't gain anything from winning it. The only way I would see anybody caring and investing in seeing this match and it going down in the history books is if both men agreed beforehand, win, lose or draw. You know, this is both of our last match.
Yes, you know, that's a great point. That's a great point. That I would actually buy into. This is it. No matter what, this is the last one. It's, you know, who goes out, you know, the last time. We've never got to face each other at WrestleMania. 2 icons going at it. That would make perfect sense. I'd be all for that if there was commitment made on both parties. WWE especially, because trust me, I thought we'd seen the last of Shane McMahon a few years ago, and it turns out we've never seen so much of the bloody bloke. God, if that's the case, I'd rather him bloody win that match against the Undertaker. That was horrendous. As long as they stand by it, that's the thing, Matt. Because if you think about the Undertaker last year, they haven't really stood by that either. So that's the only thing with it. It's like almost Vince has to come out and go, yeah, this actually is legit. We'll prove it. We've got contracts in our hands. But as well as that, the only issue for me I would love that, but the only issue is get Brock Lesnar's contract sorted out, because you wouldn't want all 3 going on one night. It'll be like WrestleMania 20 all again, and people crapping over it like, you sold out, nah, 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 nah. We don't want all that sort of nonsense happening. But yeah, I'd be all for it, that kind of thing. The thing is, it just doesn't seem like anything you can trace back where you go, oh, there's real beef between Undertaker and Cena, like real, unless the Undertaker comes out as his like American badass gimmick, I can't see them pulling it off. So we'll see what happens. It could be tonight on Raw. They could start it tonight, because we are truly on the road now. I think with this pay-per-view out of the way, the only thing is I would say normally after SmackDown's pay-per-view, Raw always does quite a big thing on it. So I've got a feeling they may wait till that as well. So we'll have to wait and see. We know Ronda's already there tonight, so I've got a feeling they're going to concentrate with her. They're going to concentrate with Brock. I don't know if they're going to have The Undertaker come out as well. It just seems like too much, Matt. It seems like they could spread it out a little bit more. But it'll be interesting to see what Cena does and, where he goes. The only other thing that would be worth seeing, Matt, is John Cena as a heel for a month. A proper, have some proper beef about something somewhere. Like, how come you're the dead man and people always, and then with me, I've given everything. I've achieved more than you, Undertaker, or something like that. Just get underneath his skin a little bit. That I would buy as well. But I think if they do the whole nostalgic, I just got this feeling, Matt, and this could happen. That's the worst thing about this. You're going to get, John Cena in the middle of the ring, and then the lights go out, then the Undertaker appears. There's no dialogue, and they just both stare at the WrestleMania sign. I've seen that so many goddamn many times, and I don't want to see it again. Or they do the pointing thing like Ronda did. God, it's so unoriginal. Stop doing that, you just talk like adults, for God's sake. No, we're just going to stare and look at the sign. And then you get Michael Cole, oh, it's on, and, whatever else, jeez. And if Booker T was there, he'd be like, oh, yeah. It's a statement. No shit. Yeah. Matt, worth pointing that out as well about, I've got some emails about Jonathan Coachman. How well has he been doing since he's been coming back, Matt? 'Cause we haven't spoke about that. Obviously, we spoke about his return. Has he been better than what we've had? Has he added anything to it here that we're enjoying the coach?
I've got to compare him 100 times to Booker T. So to Booker T, but the coach, he brings that legitimacy with him. He does. This is his job. This is what he lives for, and he knows about wrestling. He does care about wrestling, and he's just come. It's like he's come back home,
Yeah.
And I think when he's doing his analysing against the thing, everything he speaks is pretty true. He's not throwing out any BS. He's just saying it as the general person tuning in would call it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think he's done right, and also he's picking up the points that the other two are missing sometimes. If they miss out something, I notice he's got a little bit more freedom because of now his background with ESPN. Vince feels like, oh, you know what, I haven't got to be in his ear too much all the time, and he's got a little bit more leverage with actually putting in a bit more of himself, as opposed to waiting for Vince to yell down the damn line. Let's talk about the story, not about the match. Talk about the advert or something, what's coming up. So that will help, hopefully. But yeah, definitely an improvement from Booker T. Sorry, Booker T fans, not my cup of tea on the announced team. Not at all in that regard. Okay, Matt, we're going to take a few questions now. Don't forget, people, if you want to email us in, always wrestleline@gmail.com. I want to thank everybody who's been... I've got to say, Matt, we've got some... Since basically I made an advert out on SoundCloud about our NXT As It Happens show, and we got some fantastic replies from it and people reacting to it. I want to thank everybody who's literally spread the word as well. I know we got a big fan base in India, so I want to thank you guys. Our pleasure for doing this, and hopefully you're all going to be there with us that night. We're looking forward to it, Matt. I know it's going to be a first for us, doing it as it happens, in terms of a live show. So it should be an experience for us as well, Matt, on that one.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be an exciting night, and not only that, it's because it'll be fresh in our minds when we're seeing it. It won't be like we're reliving some memories. This will be as we say it.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Speaking just quickly of NXT, Matt, I mean, what kind of matches do you think we're going to get? Are we going to get a good card, do you think? Because there are, of course, a few names and new faces in there now. Have you been enjoying what we're seeing so far with that, the build?
I think we're in the middle of a rejuvenation of NXT. I think that sounded a bit like Matt Hardy then, didn't it? Rejuvenation. But I think it'll be a brilliant night, no doubt.
Yeah.
And WrestleMania is when they always step up their game. Those guys go out there. They know it's going to be a action-packed night the night after. They know it's going to be a tough act to actually draw the crowd's attention, but they're going to go out there with every intention to do so. So I'm excited to find out what happens. Maybe we'll even see like a debut or two. Maybe we'll see EC3 or something. Yeah.
I'm sure we probably will. So don't forget, if you want to get in touch with us that night, or as we are talking, we'll give you a plug, we'll give you a shout, whatever. Get in touch with us. We'll read all the emails out, especially. Like I say, going to be loads of rumours that weekend. We would have just come off the back of the Hall of Fame, so we can talk a little bit about that. There's always some antics going on there as well, with the red carpet stuff. So, we'll be really in the WrestleMania zone at that time. But, looking forward to covering that. Rich now emails us here from Scarborough, and he said, did you both notice Cain Velasquez and Daniel Cormier in the crowd supporting Ronda? I missed this. I didn't notice them at all. Did WWE show them, Matt? Did I miss something here, or was that has Rich just seen them luckily on the screen?
It's no. I'm not going to make excuses here. The guy that mutual friend of ours that we have, that we're wrestling with, he's not a fan of anything that's not in the ring action. If there's going to be a moment with an advert, he's like, hit the forward button.
So Matt definitely didn't see it. No, if they were there, I missed that. If they were supporting Ronda, I know that Cain Velasquez is a friend of Ronda, so that would have been pretty cool. I know Daniel Cormier is a big WWE fan. I'm surprised WWE have never reached out to him a little bit more for him, but it's cool because a lot of the times, Matt, we always see. In fact, we saw it the other day. EC3 and what's his name now? It's not Rockstar Spud anymore, is it? It's Drake. What?
What's his... Oh yeah, Drake Maverick.
I can't believe I've got to say that. Jake Maverick, they were at a UFC event. They posted like a photo. But you always see like WWE guys going to watch that. But it's kind of cool to see some UFC guys watching WWE. Not a great show to show them, but nonetheless, they were there supporting Ronda, which was cool. But I'm surprised if they must have just been in the crowd. You must have noticed, Rich, more than I did. But it's a shame WWE didn't make a bit of a deal about that. Do you know what I mean? Normally do. But maybe they just didn't want to showcase some UFC stars. I don't know. Maybe that's not in Vince's. So UFC are quite happy to show WWE guys. They haven't got a problem with it. But WWE, they do get a little bit sort of like, this is our world, not yours type thing, don't they? A lot of the times. They're very strange with things like that, aren't they, Matt? Yeah. Okay, next question. Thank you for that anyway, Rich. I'll have to go back and check that out. It'll be interesting. Maybe they were the two booing. You never know. Might have been having a laugh. The invasion, like the ECW angle. It's the UFC this time. Next question. This is from DX1, another familiar. Hi guys, really looking forward to WrestleMania week. Thank you both for putting all the time and effort in. My question is to you both about Matt Hardy. I've got a real bad feeling about this. Do you think WWE are deliberately ruining Matt Hardy and they'll just release him at the end of his contract, which I hear is coming up very soon? I hope not. I mean, you wouldn't be wrong in thinking that they are doing it deliberate, the way they're booking him. But I know he's got to win. But blimey, Matt, for you, is WWE doing this deliberately, or is this just they can't? They're just too incompetent to sort it out.
I'm gonna go with the latter there. I mean, I don't really think it's the fact that they want to destroy it. I think if there's money to be made, Vince McMahon is definitely not adverse to that. He will milk anything. I think the fact that Matt Hardy's contract may be coming up soon, it isn't the end, because if they don't like the way that Matt Hardy's doing things, they definitely like the way that Jeff does things. They know that he sells merch and that Jeff has a big fan base. I think they want to keep Jeff on board. So I think there's still stuff to come from them, with brother Nero possibly on the horizon.
Yeah, absolutely. Bill now, first time emailer, he said, thank you very much, Bill, for emailing in. He says, what do we both think about the prospects of Ronda Rousey coming out of WrestleMania and then going to SmackDown? I mean, that's a very forward-thinking question there, Bill. We haven't got to WrestleMania yet, but yeah, I mean, the thing is, Bill, I do think that Ronda's just going to be on Raw because that is their flagship show. They've identified that they're going to have Ronda there. But quick question.